going on, guys and girls? I am answering a challenge made by Lone Wolfer of Lone Wolfer Garage to go find someplace spooky near where we live. And Cheatham County, Tennessee has one spooky place that pops up on the internet. Not been there. Didn't realize that's why it was spooky. So I'm gonna go check it out. Oh, let's head to Ashland City first and then make our way to the spooky place. So from what I was reading online, sometime in the, I believe it was early 70s, this subdivision was being built that became known as Harley-Davidson, and the property developer knew there was a cemetery back at the end of the road, and what they did is they kind of relocated some but not all of the graves, and then landscaped the property, put in concrete slabs. According to one website, they put in concrete slabs for the houses. Alrighty then. How you doing? By the time 1974 hits, the river, the Harpeth River, has a little flood in the area, goes across the property, and a coffin pops up out of somebody's yard. And the coffin was a lady who was the first postmistress for the town of Pegram. And she had died and was buried in 1953 in the family cemetery that got relocated. Her last name was Pegram Heath. And then things got even weirder. There were a series of mysterious fires. The town's only grocery store eventually burned down, was never rebuilt. Trains that, there's a set of tracks that goes across the only road going into the subdivision. Trains would get stuck there for long periods of time, either due to traffic or malfunctions. And when we get there, I'm going to show you the city hall they built, and I will tell you a story about that kind of adds a little credibility to that the place might be haunted. We are rolling into Pegram now. So up here on the left used to be a grocery store in a little strip mall, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Pegram Supermarket. You see the big empty spot? You can guess where the grocery store used to be. Dang, they still got rubble there too. That's been a while since the last fire. So there you go. There's the store that burned down. And let's see. I think that's the school. Let's find that city hall. Well, this is a newer post office than what Miss Pegram Heath worked in. She worked out in Shacklet. There's her picture still in the post office. Cool. Pretty wild. That's when it moved. 1982. Post office in 1912. And there it is in 1918. Female postmaster. Here's Walk-Up Road up here on the right. Oh no, wait. City Hall's across from Walk-Up Road. There it is. So there you go, Pegram Town Hall. So here's a story about that place. I was there for a meeting of some individuals. We were all talking and hee-hawing and sharing in fellowship and having a good time. And one fellow tells this joke. And man, it was a good joke because one guy starts laughing. I mean, laughing like you wouldn't believe. And then he starts turning red. And he's still laughing. And then his laughter turns into convulsions. And his tongue starts sticking out and his eyes are bulging. And he ended up suffering from syncope. And we had to call the EMTs to come rescue him. You know, he recovered okay enough, but that was scary. And so, was it really syncope or was it something a little more ominous? Sure, it's pretty back here though. Take a right. Now I believe the cemetery may be a little further back, so let's go straight. Wouldn't make much sense for the cemetery to have turned. Hey, what's up, dog? Zapata Drive. Man, oh man. There have been fights down in this area. I think there was a murder at one point. So if the river rose 30 feet and a grave pops up, see over here on the left. Guys, get that truck out of the way. What a neat little subdivision though. Kind of spooky if you think about it. I'm going to put links in the description below to one news website and then a couple other websites to talk about a little more about the history of the place. So I want to thank Lone Wolfer of Lone Wolfer's Garage for the challenge. Go check out something someplace spooky near where you live. And I have to say, that's pretty spooky, if you believe it. So if you are a motovlogger who doesn't like to just talk about stuff you want to talk about, and you're looking for challenges, then check out the Challenge Accepted Facebook page. It's a closed community. You got to apply to be part of it. You have to be a motovlogger. If you know what that is, then you might be able to join it if you have a motorcycle. And again, thank you to Lone Wolfer of Lone Wolfer's Garage. I appreciate the challenge, and I'm going to put a link to his YouTube channel. I've interviewed him, and I'm going to put a little link to the interview that I've done with him, and you should check him out. In the meantime, have fun this fall and watch out for that spooky stuff.